How about you guys go ahead and just start on your back for now, just like we've been doing. In a couple of moments, I'm going to reposition you to do a supine twist. But in the meantime, you can make a decision if you would like your feet apart and knees together and on your back, or if you want your knees apart and your feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mute you guys, but feel free to let me know if you need to talk to me, okay? All right, cool. All right, awesome. So I'm going to cue you when you guys are on your back, just because I think it might be a little bit difficult to hear me or see me when I'm also on the floor. So I'm going to start in a seated meditation. But for now, why don't you guys go ahead and just choose one of those two poses, feet together, knees apart, or knees apart, feet together. And start to deepen and lengthen the breath. Start to relax the face. Start to notice the muscles around the eyes. And take a sense if you happen to be gripping them. Relax the brow, relax the eyes. Relax the facial muscles. And as you deepen your inhale and your exhale, you'll do a scan all the way down to notice any areas of tension, then to invite a little bit of surrender into that tension. If there's any gripping in the jaw, go ahead and move the jaw left to right, right to left. Start to allow the shoulders to cascade just very naturally towards the floor. Notice if there's any gripping in the hands or in the fingertips. Notice if there's any holding that's derived from tension in the breath, and just start to smooth it out. Notice if there's any tension in the buttocks, in the knees. A lot of times I tend to grip in my hamstrings. Just allow that tension to melt away. And then just start to notice if there's any tension and gripping in the feet and in the toes. And one by one, start to just allow yourself to relax and enjoy the peace of the moment after a hell of a couple of weeks. Knowing that all of us are experiencing this together, and that as much as I really wish that we could be doing this right now, 2 miles away from where I'm currently at level ground, I'm just really thankful that we're here now. And I'm really thankful for technology. I'm really thankful that, at least for me, my main issue is to, figure technology out and just work out. That my main concern isn't my immediate health or the health of people that I really love. So just give a few moments of thankfulness for however that applies to you. And then a few moments of just acknowledgement for those who are suffering. May they be well, may they be happy, may they abide in peace. Start to bring your knees together wherever they are if they're not already there. And we'll come into a very light supine twist. So you'll shift your hips to the left as the knees cascade to the right. And you'll open up your arms. And then for the full version of the supine twist, the knees will be pointed to the right, but your gaze might be towards the left for the full expression. Just breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, knees towards center. Go ahead and shift your hips to the right and allow the knees to cascade towards the left. Arms are still spread open like wings. And once again, for the full expression of the pose, the knees will be pointed towards the left, but then the gaze might come towards your right hand if it's comfortable for the neck. And breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, knees slowly come to center. You can pull the knees towards the chest, the arms come over the shins, and you just give yourself a bit of a squeeze. And breathe here. And perhaps you just continue to give yourself that squeeze, maybe bringing little rocking motions, left to right, right to left, or perhaps opening up the knees on either side of the torso and catching the outside edges of the feet with your hands to come into your happy baby pose. And breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Start to bring little rocking motions forward and back until you come up through a seat onto your hands and knees in tabletop pose. In tabletop, your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, your hips are stacked over your knees. You have a slight tuck in the tailbone to neutralize the spine. And we may have the toes tucked, or perhaps the feet are flat. On the inhale, the belly dips down and the chest pulls forward for cow. And exhale, the spine rounds for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose, look forward. And exhale, cat pose. You can start to bring little movements from side to side in the shoulders and the hips, perhaps some barrel rolls, and to start to just mobilize the spine a little bit, switching directions. Your eyes can be closed as you link one breath per movement wherever you are. And when you're ready, your hands will come forward, you'll tuck your toes, and you'll find your first down dog of the day. You can have a pretty significant bend in the knees for your first down dog. This will allow you to lengthen out the torso, and you're not worried about pulling on the hamstrings prematurely. Now either stay here, you can start to pedal out the feet a little bit, extending one leg and bending the other knee, and then switching, breathing, pressing the mat actively away with the finger mounds, with your fingertips spreading the fingers. And then start to bring stillness in the feet if you haven't already. And then we'll start to take a little walk to the front of our mat, where we'll find a forward fold. And in your forward fold, your head can be nice and heavy, and you can bring little sways here. And then once again, you find stillness. You can loosen up and release the bind of the arms as you round yourself up to stand. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to chest, and then Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Tent the fingers, right foot to the back of the mat, right knee touches down. Inhale, arms sweep up, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, hands bring left foot, tuck the right toes. And then find plank pose. For your first plank pose, you can shift forward, touch the knees down, and then we'll find knees, chest, chin, or chest and or chin are coming to touch the mat at the same time. Inhale, pulls forward to cobra pose. And exhale, melts the heart down. Press yourself back through tabletop to find downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to chest, and then right foot steps in between the hands. Inhale, arms rise, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, hands bring right foot, tuck the left toes. Come forward to your flat back, left foot steps forward, and fold. Inhale, rounds the spine up, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold everything down, Uttanasana. Inhale, fingers tent in your flat back, and then you'll move that left foot to the back of the mat, left knee touches down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right foot to the back of the mat, plank pose. Set those knees down, find knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, melt the heart down towards the mat. Press yourself back through tabletop to find downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to chest, right knee steps down. Inhale, arms sweep up, look up. Exhale, hands frame left foot. Tuck the right toes, right foot steps next to the left in your flat back. And fold Uttanasana. Inhale, round it up. Exhale, bring it through heart center, Tadasana. Adding on. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands bring the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right foot to the back of the mat, right knee touches down. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands frame the left foot. Right toes tuck, and you bring that left foot to meet the right in your plank pose. Either keep the knees lifted or set them down, and we find knees, chest, chin again. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, melt it down, and then perhaps you press yourself through tabletop or plank pose to find downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot in the center of the mat, in between your hands. Inhale, arms sweep up. Listen, exhale, hands frame that right foot. Tuck the left toes, you find runner's lunge, inhale. On the exhale, we start to straighten that right leg and fold over. You can always use blocks or books or something to relieve some of the tension on your hamstring. Your inhale moves you forward to runner's lunge. And exhale, straighten that right leg, fold. Inhale, bend to the right knee, listen. Exhale, bring the hands down, go for a walk on the left side of your mat, and find yourself in forward fold. Hands under shoulders, inhale to your flat back and from your fold, and exhale, fold. Again, hands under shoulders, fingers 10, inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Listen, right hand under your nose, inhale, left arm sweeps up. Perhaps you look up towards the ceiling, stay for the inhale. And exhale, bend into the left knee, and then find your low lunge. Perhaps the arms open on the inhale, and exhale, hands will actually come and frame the left foot, and then left foot steps back to the back of the mat, and then once again, we'll find ourselves in downward facing dog. Go ahead and start to bring yourself to the top of the mat here, and then fold, let the head be nice and heavy. Take a moment to catch your breath. And then release the bind here. Start to round yourself up. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, fold. Fingers tent, left foot to the back of the mat this time. Left knee touches down. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, hands frame right foot. Tuck the left toes, right foot joins the left in your plank pose. Keep the knees lifted or set them down as you come to knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, melt the heart down. Either come through tabletop or press yourself through plank pose to find downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, left foot in between the hands, right knee touches down. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands frame the left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift that right knee and runner's lunge, inhale. Exhale, straighten that left leg. You can, of course, maintain a slight or significant bend in the knee. On the inhale, we rebend the leg. And exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend that left knee, listen. Exhale, go for a walk on the left side of your mat. Find yourself in forward fold. Fingers tent underneath your shoulders. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. And again, exhale, fold. Left hand underneath your nose. Inhale, right arm sweeps up. And stay for the exhale. Stay for the inhale. And exhale, bend into the right knee this time. Perhaps the hands prayer, or perhaps you open up the arms like wings. Inhale. And exhale, hands frame the right foot. Step that right foot back. And then you find yourself in downward facing dog. Take a few moments to breathe in your down dog. If you would like to take a momentary child's pose, you can go ahead and do that as well. Stay for the inhale. And stay for the exhale. Inhale, feet together and bend at the knees. Exhale, prepare, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round the spine up, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Listen, hands prayer in front of the chest. We ground that right foot into the mat, and then left knee comes up, forward, and then out to the left to find tree pose. We're plugging in that right hip, compacting it in to stabilize ourselves. Inhale. And exhale, left knee comes back to center, and I reground that left foot. Switching feet once again. Now, left foot grounds down into the mat this time. As you bring that right, I'm mirroring you right now, that right knee up to center, and then place the right foot above or below the left knee joint, plugging in that left hip. We want to avoid sassing it out. So we compact it in, breathe here, inhale. And exhale, knee comes back to center and release. Beautiful. Inhale, arms sweep up, look up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, steps up or float to chaturanga, halfway push up. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Either stay here in down dog or to up level. Then the elbows come through turbo dog, hovering for a moment so the elbows are 1.5 inches away from the mat. And then they come to rest down completely in your dolphin pose. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And if you're in dolphin pose, the finger mounts press into the earth to allow you to straighten the arms, and we all meet back in down dog. From down dog, inhale, feet together, and bend at the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round the spine up, arms sweep up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. In Tadasana, hands come to prayer, and then we're going to add on, we're going to go from tree pose to warrior 3, back to tree pose. So right foot will ground down, and then left knee comes towards the chest, out to the left, and then we place that left foot above or below the knee joint. Breathe here. And then once you've found stability, take your time. Then left knee will come back to the midline. And you can either hold your hips for the first one, or your hands can come to prayer. And you'll start to hinge the hips. And then extend that left knee, left leg behind you. Level off the hips as you can. It's difficult because that left hip kind of like wants to hike up. Mine certainly does, at least. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale, start to ground that right foot into the mat so that you can pull that left knee towards your chest. Perhaps you have to pause like I did on the ground. And then you set up tree pose again. Inhale. And exhale, release. Same, other side. Left foot grounds into the mat, and then right knee comes up and then out to find your version of tree pose. Get nice and stable here. We'll be doing a fair amount of balancing. So we're just kind of warming ourselves up and priming ourselves. Okay, and then let's go ahead and bring right knee back towards the center, and then start to hinge at the hips and extend that right leg back, dorsiflexing that right foot. Breathe here. Notice how right hip kind of wants to hike up a little. We're going to try to level the hips off. Inhale. And exhale. Start to bring that right knee back to your chest, out to the right. And then we find tree pose again. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, fold everything down. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to the earth, steps up or float, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Either stay in your down dog, or once again, come to dolphin pose. So once again, dolphin pose is when the elbows are slowly lowering to the mat through turbo dog, and then they set on the mat with your forearms either parallel, or if you would like to, if you're new to this pose, the hands can clasp. Listen, wherever you are, either down dog or dolphin, your left foot will come towards the center of your mat, and then you'll inhale right leg high to the sky. Nice, breathe here. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, engage that right glute, bring up that right leg any degree further, and exhale, right foot to the mat. Move it towards the center of the mat so that you can do same other side. On your next inhale, you'll bring left leg high to the sky. Nice. Breathe here. Engage left glute to bring the left leg any degree higher. Inhale. And exhale, left foot steps next to right. If you're in dolphin, your finger mounds will press down to the mat actively. You'll parallel your forearms once again if you have the hands clasped, and then you'll press yourself back, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Nice, in down dog, feet together and bend at the knees. Your next exhale brings feet to hands at the top of the mat, step, step, or float. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rounds the spine up, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Cool. Now this time, right foot grounds into the mat. We find our hands in prayer. And then left knee comes up in center. And then we start to hinge the hips and extend the left leg back for warrior three. Hovering here, inhale. And exhale, left foot steps down to find warrior one. In warrior one, you're not on a tightrope. There's a little space between your heels. And then we inhale, arms up high to the sky. And stay for the exhale. Inhale. And exhale, hands through to heart center. Right forearm comes out in front of you like so. And then left arm is going to come underneath the right. Now you have a couple of options. You can give yourself a hug, or you can just kind of hang out here, or if it's accessible to you, then the hands will come into this bind situation. And look, instead of bringing my hands close to my head, I'm actively pressing the forearms away from my face. Perhaps you inhale into a slight or significant back bend. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, and bow down for humble warrior. Breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come back. Up, torso rises. Beautiful. Now check it out. We're going to come back to through warrior three, just so you know what's coming. And then left leg is going to come over the right leg for eagle arm bind. So go ahead, prepare. Start to lean forward slightly, hips hinge, left foot rises, left leg rises, and then the torso starts to rise as you bring the left knee towards your chest. Left knee comes over the right. The left toes can touch down on the mat, or perhaps left foot will just hang there, or perhaps you'll be able to bind the left foot around the right ankle as well. Inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, you'll start to release that, shake it out, and then inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, fold everything down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, steps upward float, halfway push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, feet together and bend at the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round the spine up, arms sweep up, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands through heart center. Keep the hands here. This time, ground that left foot into the mat. I'll mirror you. So left foot is grounded, right knee comes towards the chest, and then you'll start to hinge at the hips and extend that right leg back, level off the hips, and then set that right foot down. Inhale, come to warrior one, arms extended, perhaps the fingers touch, perhaps you're just raising the arms like so. And then hands will come down, left arm will come in front of you, and then the right arm will come underneath. Once again, you're either giving yourself a hug, or you'll be like this with the back of the hands pressed together, or perhaps the bind is accessible to you. And then once you're there, perhaps you'll lean back slightly or significantly. Inhale, and exhale, start to bow forward once again. Breathe here in your humble warrior. In your humble warrior, your head is nice and heavy. Stay for the inhale. And when you're ready, the torso will start to rise up. You'll keep the bind, remember. And then we start to lean forward slightly so that we can bring ourselves once more through warrior three. And then as our torso rises, the right knee comes up and then over left knee. And we start to sit back a little bit here. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, you'll start to release it, shake it out. And then inhale, arms rise, fingers touch, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold everything down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to the earth, step, or float to your halfway push-up, Chaturanga Dandasana. Your inhale pulls the chest forward for upward facing dog. And then exhale, moves your buttocks back for downward facing dog. Breathe here. If you would like to, before we add on to the sequence, you can touch the knees down and come to child's pose. Breathe wherever you are. We have 3 more breaths here. So we're doing something similar for the next part of the sequence, except just, of course, adding on a little bit. So we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, feet together and bend at the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, round the spine up, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Adding on 1 breath per movement. Ground that right foot down. Left knee comes forward and up. Start to hinge at the hips for warrior 3. Stabilize yourself here. Before putting that left foot to the mat, inhale, sweeps the arms up for warrior 1. Exhale, brings the hands towards the chest. And then once again, we extend that right forearm out. We find whatever it is that we found the first time. Inhale in your bind, slight back bend. And exhale, humble warrior. Inhale. Exhale, presses you back up. Arms sweep up on the inhale. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, come to side angle pose. Breathe here, your side angle. Inhale. And exhale. Either keep this left arm lifted or the hand can come to the hip for stability as you bring that right hand forward and to the right for half moon pose. The hips are open here, unlike warrior three, which we'll come to momentarily. Take your time to stabilize yourself in your half moon. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale, hips start to square off. Hands perhaps come to prayer. And we come back to warrior three. So now we're looking at the earth versus to the side wall. And then inhale in your warrior three. And exhale, step that left foot down. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, hands windmill down to frame that right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And either go to down dog or move through your vinyasa. And in down dog, feet together and bend at the knees. And exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round the spine up. Arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Ground that left foot into the mat. And then right knee comes towards your chest. Hips start to hinge. And then you extend that right leg back to warrior three. Breathe here. And then right foot steps to the mat. Inhale, arms rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart center. Start to make whatever version of that arm bind you did on the first side. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, hinge the hips, humble warrior. Stay for the inhale. And exhale. Inhale, head is nice and heavy. Exhale, presses you back up so the torso is risen. Inhale, open up to warrior two, and then reverse the warrior. And your next exhale moves you to side angle pose. Breathe in side angle. Once again, the forearm can always be on the knee like mine is right now for extra support, or the hand can be on something, some sort of prop, or directly on the floor. And then perhaps that right hand comes to the hip as you set up your half moon pose, whatever version that is. That left hand can be forward and to the left, directly on the mat. It can be using some sort of book or block for support. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale. Start to move right hip to face the floor. Hands can come to prayer if you would like. Stabilizing yourself in warrior three. And then setting that right foot down, opening up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, hands frame the left foot. And then you step to down dog or move through vinyasa. From your down dog, your hands will crawl back to the back of the mat and you'll find yourself in a forward fold. In your forward fold, you have a couple of options here. You can once again do that ragdoll pose that we've been working on. You can take your hands, flip them, so your knuckles are facing or settled on the floor with your head nice and heavy here. You can also take your peace fingers, your index and your middle finger, and then loop them around your big toes, come into a flat back on the inhale, and then exhale, open up the elbows to fold forward, and just resting here before we add on. Breathe here. And when you're ready, you'll start to crawl your hands forward to find down dog. Breathe in down dog. And inhale, feet together, bend at the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round the spine up, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands prayer at the center of your chest. So here, go ahead and ground that right foot into the mat. Left knee comes to chest, and we find ourselves in warrior three. We're going to just spend a moment in warrior one, so you know that's coming. Inhale. Exhale, start to bend into that right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior one. Listen, exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, open up to warrior two. This time we come to goddess pose, where the arms swivel, and look, my knees are facing outwards. And then start to bend to that left knee, open up the arms, just like we did the first time. And then start to switch sides, bending to the right knee, extending the left leg, open up the arms. Again, bend to that left knee. My right hand, my right palm faces the ceiling as I find lift off to find flying warrior. Ideally, I would be extending my right arm all the way forward, but I can't because there's a wall here, but just imagine that I am. Inhale. And exhale, start to bend into that right knee, then fully bend into that left knee, open it up. And then exhale, hands frame the left knee, so I'm at the back of the mat. Left foot meets the right, and move through vinyasa here. From down dog, feet together and bend at the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rounds the spine up, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands through heart center. You will ground the left foot into the mat, and then the right knee will come to the chest. And then you put the hips and the hips, and take that left leg back. And then set right foot down. Sorry, left knee is forward, right leg is back. Inhale, warrior one. And exhale, opens up to warrior two. In your warrior two, you'll start to come through goddess pose. Bring a bend to that right knee as you open up. And then come to the other side.
Once again, bring it back to the center, open. And then we start to come into that left leg to our flying warrior. Reaching that left arm actively forward. And then start to bring that left leg down, bend into the left knee, right knee, and then the hand frame the right foot. You bring the right foot back to meet the left, and then move through vinyasa here. Boom. And then breathe here. And then we'll finally just play for a couple of moments. You can set the knees down just so that you can see, because you haven't done this before. And I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see into my frame, where you will be cued to just come to the long edge of your mat. So instead of facing the short edge, just come to face the long edge towards me. And then the feet will go out into the straddle pose. And then our hands will come on our inner thigh, right here. And then on our inhale, we broaden the chest. And exhale, right shoulder down. Inhale to come back through center. And exhale, left shoulder down. You pulse this a couple more times. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left shoulder down. Inhale, comes back to center. And exhale, the opposite shoulder. I think I got mixed up. Do 2 more rounds like that. I'm just going to see if I'm able to log back onto my computer. Otherwise, no worries. And then we'll all meet back in our goddess pose right here. Hands are prayers. Now, our weight or we start to bend into that right knee. And then check it out. What we're going to do, we're going to bend into the knee and then open up the flying warrior. And then come back. And then switch sides. So you're going to bend into the left knee. And then you're going to come up to flying warrior. Decelerate, bend to that left knee. And then switch sides. So let's all meet for a moment here in goddess pose. And then together, we bend deeply into that right knee. And start to come on up, fly up. To find flying warrior. Then the foot sets back down with the bend of the knee. And then we switch over to the left side. Prepare for flying warrior. Extend that right arm. And then come up, flying warrior. And then decelerate, bend into the knee. 2 more times. Come to the right side, and then toward the left, flying warrior. And start to decelerate, bring it back to that right knee. Switch. Breathe here, prepare. And then we come up to our flying warrior again. Decelerate, bring yourself back toward the left, and then back towards the center here. And then the feet will crawl in, and then we find ourselves here in our yogi squat. Now, in yogi squat, you kind of stay here, or you can just take a fold. But since we have an arm balance today, let's go ahead and remedy that, where if you want to, otherwise you can kind of hang out in your fold. Your hands will come forward, and then you'll start to move yourself forward to find a crow pose. Well, you can play as long as you want in your crow. You can try a couple of them. And if you want to, you can always play with coming into crow and then shooting the feet back to come through vinyasa as well. Totally an option. And then we'll all start to meet back in downward facing up. And let's prepare to start to lower our heart rate a bit. Inhale. That right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. And exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, right leg to the sky and listen. You'll either bring your right knee to elbow again, or you'll hinge at the elbows and come to your scissors toward our balance. And then we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Same thing on the left side before we move into our kicking pose. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. And exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. And exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. And exhale, left knee to left elbow. Either hover here for a moment or come to that scissors pose again with the arms that chaturanga position. And then we'll all be back in downward facing dog to our half pigeon. So on the right side, inhale, right leg high to the sky. And exhale, right knee to the right side of the torso. And then the left, and then the right ankle swivels towards the left. Just lying half pigeon. Yep. And then you can fold down. You can use your block or a prop to facilitate a nice fold. And breathe. Sorry, Jamari, would you mind muting yourself? Would you mind muting yourself? Jamari, thank you so much. Breathe here. Okay. And either stay here, or if you want that quad touch, then the right hand will come, you know, prop yourself up, and right hand comes to the center. And then left ankle comes towards your bum as you use left hand to grab on left ankle. And breathe here for a minute. Inhale. And exhale, everyone will prop themselves up and come up to the right hip. Swivel their left leg around. And check it out. Our left forearm will go on our left shin or pass it onto the mat or the floor. We'll inhale, right arm high to the side. And then exhale, fold towards the left, whatever it is accessible. You can close your eyes here to avoid as much screen time as possible during the yoga. Inhale. And exhale, perhaps you move any degree further towards that left foot. If you have those. And start to come through center. Now you can either move back to down dog, or if you feel even, then you can just switch right here, and then come to your half pigeon on the other side. But some people really enjoy the down dog transition, so definitely take your time with it if you want to transition that way. And then we move back to our half pigeon on the other side. We're going to stay here, or if you want to get that cross stretch, that left hand will come to the center, just hand yourself up, and then right ankle will move towards your bum as we use the right hand to fish forward. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, perhaps that right ankle can 10 degrees closer. And exhale, wherever you are, you'll either pop yourself up or release the ankle and bring that right leg in front of you into the right. And then right forearm will come towards the shin or onto the mat as you inhale, left arm high, and then fold towards the right. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, move you back to center. We'll just take a moment and wide leg forward, fold it forward, moving that toe back completely. So, check it out. My legs are extended in front of me and out. And on my inhale, I posture up. And then check it out, much like warrior three, I'm hinging from the hips. I'm not rounding the spine and gazing it over. I have a nice straight torso, and I just simply hinge my hips and then extend my arms. This makes it so that I'm not going to go as close to the floor as I normally would, but it's just a different type of pose here. And then my gaze can be directly down in a little bit in front of me here. Breathe here, and when you're ready on your exhale, perhaps you just switch up those fingertips just a little bit to bring you further into the fold. Big inhale. And exhale, make your way onto your back, setting up bridge pose shape situation. So trying to make sure I'm in the frame here. My feet are in front of me, and then my back is on the ground. And you're going to come into two active back bends, either two bridges, two wheels, or one bridge and one wheel. So I'll show bridge first. If you know where you want to go already, just go there. No need to wait for my cue. So in bridge, my tricep will down to the mat, and then my hips will bridge up. Perhaps my hands interlace underneath me. And then I draw my shoulder blades off of the mat entirely. Now you can either stay in bridge for a couple more moments, or you can release the bind. The hands can come to frame my face, and then the bridge my hips up all the way and then extend my arm. So this is your first one. Whenever you're ready, you're starting to lower your way back down. And then perhaps the knees will windshield from side to side, left to right for a moment. And then you can make a decision of where you want to go next. And once you know, then you'll find yourself either in bridge or wheel again. If you have a problem, you just want to support a bridge, which is bridge, but just with a block or a book or something underneath the sacrum, you can go ahead and do that as well, so it will feel better. And no need to rush out, but whenever you're ready, you'll release whatever back bend you have. Your hips will come towards the mat, perhaps one more time, you'll take the knees left to right, right to left. And if there's a final pose that you would like to take before we come into Shavasana, you can go ahead and take it. So perhaps a cloud pose, perhaps another back bend if you want to, perhaps a happy baby. And whenever you're ready, you extend your legs in front of you. Your arms will be by your torso. On your inhale, you'll fill up the lungs completely as you actively reach forward with the fingers and the toes. And on the exhale, everything just melts towards the mat. The eyes are closed and the brow is completely relaxed. And you embrace your Shavasana that is helpful. Breathe good. Just bring awareness into your breath. Tiny movement into your fingers, into your toes. Tiny circles in the ankles and the wrist. One at a time. Just feet plant to the mat as you inhale and lengthen out the fingertips towards the back. On your inhale, just move to the left. And on the exhale, the knees cascade to the right. The head rests on the right shoulder like a blanket, like a pillow. And the left arm comes over the torso, draping over, like a blanket. Left hand presses into the mat to bring you in a seated pose. The hands can be on your knees, over your heart, or the hands in prayer, with the thumbs touching. Your forehead in between your two eyes. And on the inhale, we fill up the lungs completely. And stay here on the exhale. Inhale, fill up the lungs completely. Hold the breath at the top. Take another sip in as you relax the face. And exhale, hands to the hips and hold. Namaste. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. You can unmute yourself a second if you would like. I'm so sorry about the damage internet. I decided to teach from my house today because I thought that it would be more reliable than actually. But thank you so much for sticking around anyway and finishing practice. You know, I'm probably looking for for this. You know, so I really appreciate you guys finishing practice and stuff like that. So, yeah, ridiculous. How's it going for you? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just had an hour of yoga.
I know. I saw that your husband joined in for a little bit. I'm so glad
Yeah,
that
he did. He's getting better. Yeah, and we did. We're doing Tai Chi every morning too, and so that's helping him.
I love that. That's so good. That's so good. That's so great. Yeah, it was really, really cool to see him for first class. I really appreciate it so much. Good. Do you guys have any fun plans for the weekend? Hi, Steve.
Hey, Ellie, thanks for the yoga sesh.
Yeah, thank you for sticking around. I was so pissed off. I was just like, don't ruin the rest of the class because you're angry. But I appreciate it. Do you have any fun plans for the weekend, or are you going to be indoors most of the time?
Just hanging out at home and not really.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That's one of the greatest things to do, but not always the most fun day. At least we can go outside. It's supposed to be beautiful tomorrow.
It was pretty nice today.
So, what did you say?
It was pretty nice today too.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Oh my gosh. I took the dogs to the falls today. I take them either to the falls or Blue Hills every day. So we went to the falls today and then they just went insane. So like jumping into the water because it was like relatively warm. So they jumped in the water, played with all the other dogs. Half the Boston was there. It was awesome. So tomorrow we're going to be doing a little bit of hiking and things like that. So I hope that you guys have fun. Vivian, are you there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm on the floor.
For the floor.
I'm on the floor, yeah.
Hi, Vari. Have a good weekend. Were you able to do the poses on the floor?
Did you manage Vivian on your floor?
Yeah, I was good. Like, I just like, I don't know. I've never really been on my floor this long before.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're able to order a yoga mat. Do you know what kind of yoga mat you bought?
No, I just got the one that Amazon's Choice yoga
Okay,
mat.
that's perfect. Good, like intro mat. Steve, what about you? Do you have a mat?
So I have rug. I've been doing it on the rug. I do have a mat, but I left that at work and I haven't been back to work in like a couple of weeks, so.
Oh.
I know, crazy, right? Oh man. How's it doing it on the floor?
It's the rug, so it's not too bad.
What'd you say?
So it's on a rug, so it's not too bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so then you have like a little bit of cushion.
Exactly. I couldn't do it on the hardwood floor.
Yeah, good job, Vivian. That takes a lot of motivation to do an entire yoga class on the hardwood floor.
Oh yeah, and then I have a Zoom class at like 8 o'clock. Like I have so much stuff going.
You have
Yeah.
a Zoom class today?
Yeah, for school.
Wow, they don't play.
They are not. My teacher is really just. I don't know what she's doing, but I don't know.
Friday night.
Yeah,
I know 8
lectures.
is a little too late for me, in my opinion. Like I would never.
that's ridiculous.
I
It's
know
Friday.
every day to like the whole week, so I'm basically stuck.
Wow. What would you prefer? Would you prefer like regular school or would you prefer this school?
I like online classes, but the problem is like some teachers just don't know how to use a computer. So like like they're just having trouble. Like they're on Zoom, but they don't know how to like mute themselves or like stuff like that. So they're just struggling, or people are just not showing up to class because like they're
Yeah,
gonna go to class online. So
yeah. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I was just teaching yoga and the internet failed. So yeah, it's hard.
It
All of us
worked.
are like
It
that,
worked.
but it's not easy.
Yeah. So my son's physics teacher is teaching via Discord, and
Oh,
so
wow.
he has the channel for physics, but then he had to create also a meme and jokes channel to like get all the because the kids are joking around anyway, so he's just like getting it off of the main channel or whatever.
I
So.
love it. I love it. You have to just have a sense of humor because this is just ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
I know. How are we going to survive? By
Crazy. And the kids are out till May 4th now, right?
I know. I have
So-
nothing to do for like a whole month.
Have a great weekend, guys.
okay, bye,
Yeah,
Steve.
bye.
We'll see you soon.
Enjoy the weekend.
Too.
Yeah, well, I mean, girl, now's a great time to work on those things that, like, I have some projects and, like, goals that I just never have time to work on, you know what I mean? So now's a good time, but I mean, I know it's not easy. I'm not gonna say it's easy.
Right.
It's a really interesting and challenging time, you know, but I appreciate you showing up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to being in person, and then we can do your emails in person to help us.
Yeah. Elsa lives down the street from me, so I just like visit her every now and again.
Oh, really? Tell her I said hi.
Yeah, we went on a picnic today. We went to the park and we just like sat in the sun for a little bit, and it was really nice.
Oh, are you guys the cutest? They're so cute, Cora. They're always partners in the women's class. And then they have like the most experience in the women's class, so I always use one of them to demonstrate technique. But then when I use one of them, like if I use Vivian, Elsa's like, yay, Vivian! And then if I use like Elsa, then Vivian's like, yay, Elsa! They're like the most encouraging friends I've ever met. It's the cutest thing ever. You guys are like, keep them on.
Yeah, she's also like really not having this online class thing. Like we're all just kind of like, this is ridiculous.
You guys don't like it, huh?
Right. How do you teach math like through a computer? You know, like it just doesn't work.
It's hard. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it's hard for the teachers also. It's hard for everybody right now. Everyone's just doing the best they can, I'm sure.
Yeah. How are like you guys like if you're not like working or anything, like how are people like making money or whatever?
That's a great question. So for me, I am actually really busy right now. So, it really depends. So some people, you know, like are doing service. So for example, like Hudson, you know, since he's like, his primary job is like being an instructor. At the other gym where he works at, they're closed and he's not able to get any hours or anything like that. So that's the problem that a lot of people are in, where they're just not being paid anymore. But that's one of the big reasons why we're having online classes for you guys, but then also for like Hudson, Leroy Jr., so that they can continue to earn money. I think it's really important to, since, you know, I'm like essentially a business owner, I think it's really important to keep people, you being able to earn money. So like you guys, you know what I mean, when you have like the workshops and stuff like that in the afternoon, I want to make sure that you guys are able to keep on like making money and stuff. So, but a lot of people, like for me personally, I teach a couple of classes at local graduates, but my main job is to raise money, and so that is more, that's like a salary versus like an hourly wage, so I don't have that type of insecurity right now, but what's weird is that a lot of nonprofits and small businesses are going to go out of business to do this. And so part of my job is to make sure that we're not one of them. So that's a lot of what I'm focusing on right now.
Yeah.
But it's a hard time for a lot of people. A lot of people are losing their jobs and, you know, obviously are really nervous about that. So, you know, we have to just make sure to just like keep cognizant of them and our thoughts and our prayers and help out wherever we can. You know, like, yeah, it's not easy for a lot of people. But a lot of
Yeah.
people are suffering. I feel really bad about that.
Yeah.
It's too
As
much.
far as working on a resilience garden, did you work on that?
Oh,
today,
well,
Laura?
yeah. I mean, my job, I'm a researcher, and my work is funded like by a foundation. It goes to a university. But the most foundations invest all their money in the stock market. So will I have a job in September? I don't know. But right now, I always worked at home anyway. So it didn't really change things, except that I'm so totally distracted by everything that I've just had to take personal days because I can't get anything done. So
Yeah.
I do.
I
And
mean,
I have a big house that I had a tenant that was living here, and he's a graduate student, and he left today to go back to Ecuador. So I'm out 2 months rent. But,
oh,
you know, that's, you know, I still have a salary, and, you know, Joe writes resumes. So he's, you know, we have two incomes. We're much better off than a lot of people. We'll see what happens with resumes. People may need them but can't afford them. So
yeah, I think so. I know, it's like a certain time. I'm sorry to hear about your time though. Yeah. And, you know, I feel you, Cora, like, I'm gonna read this article that Harvard Business Review, just put out, that my friend sent me. Did you hear about it? They talked about it on NPR yesterday. It's, you know, how you were thinking, how you're feeling right now about this, like, you know, being like this and everything like
Yeah.
that, and, you know, everyone's probably in different ways. What Harvard Business Review put out is that, like, what a lot of people are experiencing is pretty much like similar to, bye, sweetie, have a good class, okay?
Thanks.
bye. See you
Like,
in yoga.
people are like experiencing this and internalizing it like the 5 stages of grief. So I guess the basis of the article is kind of paralleling, you know, what's going on and why people, because I've talked to so many people and I guess they've also like, you know, of course, like, you know, conversed with a lot of people of like these different stages of emotional processing that they're going now, and it relates to like the 5 stages of grief, like, this isn't real, like disbelief, like anger that this is happening, like this isn't fair, you know, all of these things that, you know, hopefully will culminate into like acceptance or whatever. But, you know, if it's something that interests you, I can forward it to you and see if, you know, what you think of it. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot has to change about things anyway. And so some of this I feel like is an opening and is new possibilities. So that's why it feels really schizophrenic, you know, plus there's just the general confusion. But like, even I think people are also like, if they do have the time to walk outside and lie down in the grass, they're feeling a calm that they haven't, like they don't have the daily stress. Some of them don't have the daily stress that they've had all the time, or they're not being harassed by the cops, or like there's a rent strike, so they're not going to pay rent, you know? So a lot of people are being put in jail, you know? And so I think there's a lot of different things going on for people, and it's hard to generalize, but except we can say confusion, everybody has confusion, right? So,
yeah. I think
yeah.
is fair to say.
I just picked up again,
Yeah.
I have Pema Chodron's, you know, Comfortable with Uncertainty, and I'm like, okay, I got to delve back into that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, seriously. I mean, it's like literally out of everyone's control, you
Yeah.
know? I'm trying to find solace in that we're all in it together. I'm just thinking as I'm getting there, still, like every day kind of looks different emotionally.
Yeah.
Like yesterday.
But the physical practice helps me so much, Ally, and I hope that, I hope that many of the people are coming on. I know that, I don't know how many people join through Instagram or whatever, but I don't know.
I mean, I'm enjoying it, and I think that, for us, it gives us an interesting opportunity to, because we've never done this obviously before, like, I think it gives us an opportunity to, put some, I don't really enjoy doing like social media stuff and everything like that, so I post like, very haphazardly, but it's really forcing me to, kind of be a bit more strategic, and think more strategically long term. And I think that this is something that I'd be interested in keep going once things go back to normal. And doing some sort of like, more intentional about online presence and stuff like that. So honestly, it's helpful to us also because like we're used to working out every night, we're used to seeing our friends every night, so it gives us a reason to get together, like during the weekday and teach that, and if like other people want to participate in that, awesome, but we're really happy just like hanging
Okay.
out with
Well, I mean, I wondered, like, like Yasmani was there every day, and I don't know if he's been tuning in or if somebody should give him a call or, whatever. I just feel like I'm not trying to do your job. I'm just feeling guilty that it's just me. It's not just me. I know that, but,
yeah. No, it's like, like they're all aware of it, because I see the students, I see a lot of the students work this and everything, and, some of them tune in, and, I think that it's just like, none of us are used to doing this virtually, you know what I mean? And so, it's really nothing that I, like, like, take personally or whatever, it's just like, none of us are used to, like, kickbox in the house, you know what I mean? It's totally different.
I know, and I'm very privileged in having the space and the privacy to do it, so.
Yeah, I mean, but I think it's just like, because we're also saying like, we did like 4 hours outside of just like athletics with a lot of students, like tutoring and that. So we're doing like the employment programs, and we're doing like the student program Monday through Thursday. But yeah, I mean, I think that for teenagers, like a lot of this on the athletics is like being in the environment, actually like being physical with one another and stuff like that. But I mean, for us, I'm really happy to be doing this because for a couple of reasons. Like I said, it gets me and the guys together a couple of times a week, and I think that we just enjoy having the reason to get out, I think it's really good for us to hold us accountable to do that. And I think also it's just like, even if we have, like 6 people here, 4 people here, 10 people here, like, I don't really care about that very much because it's not something that like it's not like our regular classes, you know what I mean? But if anything, it helps me produce like some, like some online content that I can use in the future. It allows us to, once again, give us an opportunity to think more strategically about this. And I've heard that people that just listen to stuff on YouTube, that they're checking it out afterwards and everything like that. So honestly, like, I really don't care about things like attendance and stuff like that. I just enjoy like work out and, see people every day, even if that's like 40 people or like people, I really don't care.
Yeah.
It's annoying. And it's temporary, the 2 shall pass, and we'll be back in the gym.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you so much. It was just so lovely seeing you every night. And I'll see you next week. Enjoy the weekend, okay?
Thank you, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.